4 minutes is a massive, massive score. Unless you're a gymnast and you've been doing handstands since you were a baby, you probably will struggle. So what you need to do is try make a plan. So maybe you can go every 30 seconds and that can get you through it. If you start, as Catherine said earlier on, if you start messing up, and not messing up, but like doing random handstand holds and your times, it's going to be very hard to know what you're at unless you have a pen and a paper working it out. Second thing I'm going to suggest is, obviously with this Zoom, I can only either share music or share a timer. So I'll pop the music on. So if all of you just have your phone handy and you just make sure you have it on your timer on the floor, it just means when you start to walk out of your handstand or kick out, you can actually see the time. Because even by the time you kick off the wall, stand up, realize where you are, and then look at the camera, you're going to lose like 10 seconds. Okay, so just have your phone or your watch that you can check. So every time you break your wall walk hold or your handstand hold, you are then going to perform either 100-meter run, or you're going to perform, I will go 35 minutes of cardio, 40 a little bit long. After that, you're going to go for 12 sumo deadlift high pulls. So you can either use a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a barbell, whatever you have for that. Do you have any questions on the movements? No? Cool, we might have questions as we go on. So, okay, we're going to get warmed up so you guys can join me out on the floor. And we're just going to warm up first, just walk out to the top of your plank. Once you get there, I want you to give me 2 shoulder taps. You're going to walk it back into standing, and you're just going to give me 6 reps. So walk it out to the top of your plank, 6 shoulder taps, or 2 shoulder taps, sorry, walk it in, and then 6 all together. Perfect. Once you've done that, guys, you're going to meet me back down to the plank. And all we're going to do is shift your weight from that down dog position back to your plank, down dog position, back to your plank. You're just going to give me 6 reps, just trying to open up those shoulders a little bit, getting a little bit of weight into the hands. Just hold it for a second at each end range. If you're really tight in your hamstrings, you can bend your knees coming up into that down dog. That's okay. Good. Once you've done your 6, you can just join me down on the floor. We're just on your knees, you're on your hands. You're going to take your hands out to the side and at shoulder height. And all we're going to do is we're just going to adjust from right to left. I'm going to bend my right elbow and to try to extend my left arm and bring that arm to the floor. We're just going to give me 6 reps again. So hands are just outside shoulder distance. And then from there, don't lift your hand. You're just going to shift the weight and slide to one side, come back to the center. Shift the weight and slide to the other. So as one arm is bent, the other is nice and straight. So Alex, just step both hands wider. Wider again, just outside your mat. And then from there now drop to one side without lifting your hand. So bend the elbow on one side, yeah, and keep going down to that side. Perfect. As you're down there, guys, we're just going to continue to open up the shoulders and chest so you can join me back over on your bums. And from this position, hands are behind you, pull the shoulders back in down your spine. You're going to lift those hips up. We're going to hold it here so you can join me. So push the hips up, keep the shoulders back and down. And all I'm going to get you to do is slightly push the knees over the ankles. We're going to go really slowly. You'll feel a nice big stretch in the front of the chest. And just rock your shoulders back over the wrists. Keep squeezing your bum and pushing those hips up. Good, you can relax, drop those hips down. All right, we're gonna come into a hollow hold position. So you have the option, either you can go chest crunch the rib cage with those knees up. We can extend one leg, or if you're feeling like it, you're gonna extend two legs. We're gonna hold it here for 20 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So in that hollow dish position, which you're gonna be in the handstand. Three, 2, 1. You're going to roll back over onto your knees, joining me on the knees. We're going to be on all fours and we're just going to have our hands in front. We're just going to really warm up the wrists here. So all I'm going to do is push my shoulders over the wrists, letting the body weight come forward and back, just getting a little bit of pressure through the front of the wrist. Good. Once we've done that, we're now going to take the hands, we're going to turn the hands away from the body and we're going to bring them towards the knees. The palms are flat on the floor and we're just going to sit back. So we're getting a nice big stretch up the back of the wrist. Just hold it here, keeping those palms pressed into the floor. Good. We're going to return those hands back to the front, so fingers are facing forward. And this time we're just going to go for 5 big circles each direction. So you're going to push your whole body weight all the way out to the right side, all the way over the fingertips, out to the left, and then back around. So 5 in each direction, just placing a little bit of pressure through the wrist. Keeping those arms locked out straight. So 5 each direction. Once you've done 5 and 5, guys, what we're going to do is just return back to neutral. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to turn the back of your hand and press into the floor, and you're going to try to straighten up that arm. If that feels good, you can do the opposite arm and we can have both of them together, but if it doesn't, just do one at a time. So your goal here is trying to straighten those arms. Just the back of your hand is placing into the floor and just hold it here. Perfect. You're going to step your hands out in front, and this time we're going to step back into our plank position. The shoulders are over the wrists, we're pushing away through the heels, and I want you to think about pressing up through those arms and just having a slight round through the upper back. You're going to squeeze your bum, we're holding it here. So think that hollow body position, rib cage is down. Bum is down as well, keep squeezing. Three, 2, 1, roll back over. We're getting into that hollow position. Ready to lift in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Make sure that lower body is in contact with the floor. Alex, you can drop those shoulders back just a little bit. There you go. Catherine, you kicking Luke in the face. Good, you can come out of that. All right, guys, I want you to find a space at the wall and you're just going to give me 2 wall walks. So start in that bottom lying down position. You're going to push up to your plank and then you're going to walk up the wall. So only go in as far as you're comfortable, but I want you to think about nice straight arms. Stay in that hollow body. Don't just kick your legs up nice and wide. Aoife, stay in the hollow, that's it. Hold for 2 or 3 seconds at the top and then slowly walk it all the way out. Don't drop your legs. Good, you're going to give me 1 more again. Did you push up or are you trying to push up from or walk up from the floor? Good, Catherine, you can step in another inch or 2. Stay nice and strong, push through those arms. Good, and relax. Perfect. All right, you're just going to grab your weight, guys. We're just going to run through the sumo deadlift high pull. So you're going to start with that kettlebell on the floor in between the legs. If you're using dumbbells, you can hold the dumbbell to start. We're going to take the feet a little bit wider than your squat stance. You're going to start by pushing your bum back and then sitting back into that squat. So bum goes back first into a hinge, and then we drop down into the squat. As you stand tall, I want you to think about squeezing your bum, and then you'll pull those elbows up and back, okay? We're going to bring the weight to just under the chin, but I want you guys to think about squeezing the shoulders back as you pull the weight up. You're just going to give me 10 reps. So remember to hinge that bum back first and then squat it down. You could just get those hips a little bit lower at the bottom. And make sure, guys, you're using that lower body. So you're squeezing through the bum and then you're pulling last. Don't pull first, push through the legs. That's this one. Perfect. Once we've done that, we're just going to work on opening the chest and shoulders just a little bit more. So you're just going to find your spot at that wall. You're going to place your hand in line with the shoulder. So my right arm is on the wall. I'm going to step my right foot through just to try open up through the chest. If you want to bend your elbow, you can bend and do it, Catherine, if you don't have enough space. If you're at the corner of the wall, you'll need to. Good. We're going to release, step back, opposite side. So again, hand is in line with the chest. I'm going to step that left foot through just to extend and open up through the shoulders a little bit more. Perfect. And finally, guys, I'm just going to get anyone that's kicking up and holding a handstand hold. If you guys can kick up onto the wall and just give me 10 shoulder shrugs. So when you're up there, extend through the lats, through the shoulders. If you're not, I'm going to get you to go, you can either do it on the wall, but the pike might be easier to do the shoulder shrug where you pop your legs onto your chair. And when you come into that pike position with your bum in the air, then you can try to use the shoulder shrugs because it's very hard to do it in the wall walk. Either or, you can do the wall walk or the pike. It is up to you guys. So you're just going to give me 10 shoulder shrugs in that position. So if you're okay with the wall walk, you can do that. If not, you can do it from that pike. You're not doing a handstand. I never see you guys on a gymnastics day because it's always Monday in the gym.
Not on this wall. I've tried to kick up and it's the space, right?
Okay. Yes, guys, if you're kicking up, make sure you have your shoes off as well so you don't ruin your paintwork. So just 10 reps, guys, and you can bring it back down. Perfect. All right, just bring yourself back in. So we're just going to talk about the workout. We're going to get pretty much straight into it. It is going to be one that's a little bit more of a lower intensity workout. So you guys have a 15-minute cap, and within that 15 minutes, you need to accumulate 4 minutes of either your handstand holds or your wall walk hold. So wherever you are at, if you're doing a wall walk hold, a good judge is wherever you first go to, maybe leave your water bottle so that when you come in on round 2, 3, 4, you're not just jumping out by 5-6 inches, another 5-6 inches, because obviously that's going to get easier. And it's very easy to say when you're up there, oh, I was here, but you weren't actually. So whenever you come down out of your first one, anyone doing a wall walk, just maybe put your bottle where your hands were, okay? And with either one, you need to try stay in that hollow position. So you're tucking that rib cage down, you're pressing hard through your arms, okay? This is going to be completely different for everyone. We haven't done a handstand holds in a long time, but everybody needs to just either have their phone or their watch just down on the floor in front of them or on your hand, just so you can see the actual time that you get down. By the time you get up, you won't see the computer. So every time you break, you're then going to either perform a 100-meter run, and then 12 sumo deadlift high pulls. So exactly what we just did. If you aren't able to get out for a run, you can do anything. I'd suggest maybe just jumping jack or high knees, anything on the floor that you're not using your arms. So you don't want to be going down into a mountain climber or a burpee or anything, because you'll be getting back up on the wall. Okay, Dermot, if you're on your bike, you just do 200 meters.
Yeah. And sorry, is it the bike or the run and the high pull? You do both of them or one of them?
You do so if you're not, are you going to run? No.
Oh, I just use the bike.
Yeah, so you just do the bike for 200 meters and then the 12 sumo deadlift high pull.
I do both. Gotcha.
Yeah, so every time you come out of that handstand hold. Aoife and Alex, are you two running? No knowns in runners. You're all doing cardio in the house? Cool. So what you do is just do 35 seconds of cardio, guys. So jumping jacks, don't do mountain climbers, jumping jacks, high knees, butt kicks, anything like that, just to get that heart rate up a little bit. Does anybody have any questions? Catherine?
Can I start my 30 seconds the second I start like trying to get up the wall, or when I'm up the wall?
Really, it should be when you're up the wall, but I mean, you can, if you're not really comfortable in handstands and you hate them, you can start it when you start walking. But if you're doing a wall walk, it can take you like 10 seconds to walk in, whereas if you're doing a kick up, you'll be up in the wall within a second. So really, if you're doing a walk in, it should be when you get in there. But I won't argue. I can't see your don't worry. I'll let you off. But good question. Alex, you're kicking up into handstands?
Yeah.
And Aoife? Yeah, perfect. All right, guys, you can get yourselves set up, ready to go at the wall. Just make sure you have your watch or your phone. You might be better taking off your watch and just leaving it on the floor so you can see it while you're in your handstands. Just don't break your neck trying to look at your watch with one hand. All right, we have 15 minutes to get it done. Where is my clock on this? Yeah. All right, in 3, 2, 1, off we go, guys. So if 30 seconds is too long for you, just go for 15 or 20. You don't want to go too long on this first one, because it's going to be a very long 4 minutes otherwise. Catherine, just push those hips out over the shoulders if you can. It'll make it a little bit easier. Straighten up through those legs. Push through your toes. Yeah. We're just 30 seconds in. Ooh, we're all going to go for more. Well done, team. Don't go too much, guys. It's going to be a lot harder when you get up on round 2 and round 3. You know what it's like in the gym when those shoulders are gone. Luke, you just have 45. Good. Once you're done, you have 35 seconds of your cardio of choice. Dermot's going to be on the bike. And then what you're going to go into is 12 sumo deadlift high pulls. Good. Once you're finished, you're into those 12 sumo deadlift high pull. So don't forget what time you came down off that wall. Most of you were about 45 seconds to maybe 50 seconds. Now you have to do your quick maths while you're upside down. Take a moment before you get up, shake out those arms, catch your breath, and then go up. So Alex, see as you're coming down, I want you to think about with your hands, reaching your hands forward. You're closing yourself off so you actually can't get your shoulders open. So reach the hands up past the ears before you go. Just move back from the wall a little bit and reach your hands. Before you even go, place your hands down towards the floor. That's it. If you're afraid to get the head through, you're staying in a really strict hollow like this. So you can't open up, and that's why your back's hitting off the wall. You're so close on that one, Alex. Good. Think about pulling those elbows back as well as up. If you pull them too high, your shoulders are going to come with you. So just come up just under the chin and then pinch the shoulder blades back. Catherine, don't worry about going to the same time each time. You can come down a lot quicker. You're just going to have to do more of them. Just don't kill yourself falling off the wall. Take your time again, guys, before you get up on that wall. You're a little bit more tired going into that third and fourth round. All right, Aoife? Yeah. Elbows up, Catherine, right elbow especially. Good, Alex. That line looks lovely. So once you hit your 4 minutes, you're done. You don't need to do any more cardio. You don't need to do any more kettlebells. So keep those hips out, Luke and Catherine. So I think hips are always over the shoulders. I know it's scary, but it's much better on, that's it, Catherine, well done. It's much better on the shoulders. Good, Dermot, well done. You're staying up there for ages. Done, Dermot? No, still good. That was a long one. Good man. Alex, you okay? Yeah. Getting those hips down on those sumo squats, guys. Hinge first and then bum comes down. You guys done, Luke and Catherine? No? One more? No. So hard to tell when you don't have the clock. So you still have 5 minutes to get it done, guys. Still have 5 minutes. So if you need to, you can break it up in way smaller sets. If 20 seconds is enough, Catherine, I want to see you walk out of the wall rather than diving down. So maybe just stop a little bit closer. Aoife, you must be nearly there, are you? Start to walk it down. Good woman, you'll get such a fear just throwing yourself down like that. You won't get out of that habit. So come a little bit before that and just walk out. Come on, Dermot. Good morning, Comfort.
Morning.
How are you? How are you? You can go. We'll be another like 3 or 4 minutes. So you can switch it off if you want and just relax. Yeah, I'll call you when we're done. Good Aoife, good Alex, they look great. Shake it out, take a moment before you get back up, guys. Those shoulders are going to be fried, definitely a lot more now. Oh, good, Aoife? Done? No? Pressing through those arms, Catherine. Big press. Dermot, you finish your 4 minutes? Good man, well done. You're done, Dermot. You can just sit on the bike while you're waiting on everyone if you want. Guys, you have 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes to go. Well done, Alex. One more. job, guys. We're into that final minute. So you have about 40 seconds to go. If you want to complete your handstand, you can just ignore your squat to high pull and just kick back up again for another round. Come on, Luke, hold on. You make it? Hopefully his toes are still alive after that if they just fall to the floor. Did you make your 4 minutes? Yeah, good man. Alex, did you make your 4 minutes? Yes, Aoife? Yay, everyone with 10 seconds to spare. Good job, team. All right, just relax. You can stop what you're doing. We're just going to stretch out those shoulders, guys. So I'm just going to turn this music off. But just find a chair or something that you can stretch on. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come into a kneeling position. So I'll show you from here. You're going to be in a kneeling position. I'm going to place my hands onto the chair. The two hands are on top. From here, I'm just going to drop my chest down, pressing into those hands and just letting my upper back open. So we're just going to hold it here for about 30 seconds. So you could just move back so it's just your hands on the chair. Yeah. So trying to drop those armpits down. Cool, you're slowly going to come up out of that. We're just going to take a step in with both knees. And this time we're going to place our elbows onto your couch, your chair, whatever it is. Your two hands are going to go one on top of the other. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to drop your head through as you push down through the triceps, through your lats. And just hold that stretch there. Perfect. You can slowly let yourself up. You're just going to go back to your wall that we did at the start at the warm-up. We're just going to stretch out the chest. So you're going to start with your arm in a straight line from the shoulder. From there, we're going to just twist. I'm going to step my right foot through. I'm just going to open up through that chest just a little bit. From there, we're just going to swap sides. So take the opposite hand, open up through the chest. Good, and slowly come out of that, guys. That is you guys done for today. Hopefully the shoulders were starting